All right, let's take a look. We're going to try to put two lessons into one, but they're both so short that I think we can do it. So what does that SSS stand for, do you think? See, look at that. I didn't even tell you at all, and y'all already figured it out. That's exactly right. I've taught out of books before where that was the first one that they started with. All right, it's actually a theorem, so I understand why this book doesn't start off. They start off with the postulates first, and then they do the theorems. But I've seen other books do side, side, side. So let's just go through what that means. That means we'll call this ABC and DEF. All right, so here's what they do. They give you that AB is equal to DE. What else do you think they give you? BC is what? Equal to EF. And what else? AC is equal to DF. They didn't tell you one thing about the angles, did they? They didn't say anything about the angles. But you don't have to know anything about the angles if you know that all three corresponding sides equal to each other, okay? If this side equals this one, that's one side, right? That's a side. And then you got another side right here that's equal, and you got a third side that's equal. If you have that situation, what do you think is true about those two triangles? They're congruent to each other, exactly. So how would I write that? Look, we're almost done this first part of the lesson. So triangle what? Call it ABC. We'll make it easy. Is congruent to... Yeah, now you got to go in order. How do I know that the A goes with the D? What if that thing was twisted or flipped and you weren't really sure what order it should go in? Good. I'm glad you remember that. You look at the side that's opposite, okay? So the A is opposite the 2 tick marks. Which one is opposite the 2 tick mark over here? The D. So the A and the D go together. All right. What about the B? B is opposite what? The 3 tick mark. Which one's opposite the 3 tick mark over here? The E. So you know that one goes. And of course, there's only one more left. So what does that have to be? F. But it's opposite the 1 tick mark. And the C is opposite the 1 tick mark. Because I've been doing them super easy. I put them right next to each other. I could pick one up, put it on top of the other, and they fit perfectly, right? But there are times, though, where they could twist it and they could flip it, right? And you're really not sure. And some of the sides look so close, it's hard to tell which one goes with what. So when you have a situation like that, always look to see what side that angle is opposite, all right, to make sure you put it in the right order. Okay, that was 5-6, or 4-5, sorry, 4-5. Now we're doing 4-6. 4-6, I'll tell you what, before I go to 4-6, let's just do a quick review of all the congruence postulates and theorems that we've talked about. Remember that first day, what did we do? Side angle. Yeah. Yeah, I forget which one we did first, but it doesn't matter. So side angle, side angle, side angle. And then another day, what did we do? Angle, angle, side. And then today we did side, side, side. Is there a side, side, angle theorem? No, there's not. Okay? And it's not because if you wrote it backwards, it would say something we're not probably supposed to say in here. All right? That's not the reason. It just doesn't work, and we talked about it another day. It's a good point, but there is not one. But later on, we're going to talk about things being similar, okay, which means this is not really the lesson, but a similar triangles would be like this. Here, I'll show you real quick, since you asked. So, and we've talked about this before. Watch this. What if I did that? I kept it in proportion. I hit the shift key, keep it in proportion. But look. That angle at the top, that's one angle that's equal, right? Angle at the bottom left, that's another angle that's equal. And then I got this angle over here on the right, bottom right, those angles are equal. So just because the angles are all equal, does that mean the triangles are congruent? No, because it would have the same shape, but it wouldn't have the same size. Those are called similar triangles. I think we have a whole chapter where we talk about stuff like that, okay? That's a great question, though. All right. Let's do one more. and this is going to be about right triangles. I've taught out of books that didn't even use these at all, okay? And I understand why they didn't, but I'll show you. Okay, that's a right triangle. Well, once I put the little box in there, it will be. Right now, can you tell me definitively 100% that that's a right triangle? No, because I don't know that that's a right angle. I mean, it sure looks like one, right? But I don't know for 100% it is until I do this. Now can I say that that's a right angle? Yes. All right. So I've got two right triangles. Now, if you have a right triangle, there's a little bit of a shorter way we can do that congruence stuff, all right? So if I told you that, where do I want this? Okay, if I told you that this side was equal to this side, and this side right here was equal to this side, could you tell me from the information that we've learned up to this point that those triangles are congruent to each other? Why? You got side angle side, right? You could say that they are congruent 100% because it's side angle side. Agreed with that? Yeah. So you could just use that. You could, if I could ask you, why are the triangles congruent? You could say side angle side. That's why there's a book that I used to teach out of that would never do this right triangle thing. They would just say, oh, just use side angle side. But this book does this. These two triangles, what did they give you? They start off knowing that they're right triangles. Oh, you want to... I thought we were going to do that tomorrow. Well, I got a meeting like right after school, and I won't be able to be in here, and there won't be too much place for you to go. Is that okay if you do it tomorrow? Okay, we'll just do it during class tomorrow. All right, thanks. Sorry about that. All right, so here's what they do. We know that they're right triangles. Why do we know they're right triangles? Because they're right angle. Okay? Everybody with me on that? So if you have a right triangle, and if they give you one leg of one triangle equaling a leg of another triangle, do we have that? Yep, this leg and this leg, they're equal. And they also give you what? Another leg. Do you see that? Give you another leg and another leg right here. They're equal to each other. As long as you start off saying that you have a right triangle, we call this the leg. I think it's theorem, okay? Yeah, it's a theorem. So you can just say, why are they congruent? You can give me two reasons. You could say what? Side angle side, or you could say what? Leg, as long as you have a right triangle. Can you use leg if it's not a right triangle? No, because triangles don't have legs unless they are right triangles. Make sense? So do you see why you could almost not even teach this? Yeah, at least for this one. Okay? Let's do another one. Let me grab this one and grab this one. Oops, did I not? I didn't. Hold up. No, I didn't either. Let me just get, sorry. I'm just trying to copy and paste. Trying to save time, and I'm probably wasting more time just doing this. There we go, and get rid of that. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'll just group those. I'll copy and paste. There we go. All right, let's do another one. We'll just keep the triangles looking the same. Doesn't matter what the triangles look like as long as they're what? Right triangles. Okay, now what if they give you this? Yeah, let's do this one. What if they give you this and this? Now, is that a leg of a right triangle? What is it? It's a hypotenuse, that's right. Why is that a hypotenuse and the other one was a leg? It's opposite the right angle. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. Okay, so this time they're giving you the hypotenuse. Okay, so what am I going to write? H. Okay, and then what if they tell you this angle is equal to this angle? Now you could have, before we did this right triangle stuff, you could have said what? Angle angle, side. Okay? You could have used angle, angle, side, correct? For that one. But since it's a right triangle, we can go a little bit shorter than that. We don't have to know all three things. We just have to know it's a right triangle. And if I got a hypotenuse and I have a what? Another angle, not the right angle, but one of the other angles, okay, one of the acute angles, then I've got hypotenuse angle. So this is the new one, ha. All right, hypotenuse angle. That's how you would say it. You wouldn't say HA, you wouldn't say ha, you would say hypotenuse angle. Does that make sense? So if I know, okay, the joke's over. Okay, don't wear it out. So look, you got a hypotenuse and you got an angle. And so those are congruent. So if I asked you, why are those triangles congruent? You would write hypotenuse angle, or HA. Make sense? Again, it doesn't seem like this is even worth it, does it? Let's do this one. What if I told you that this was equal to this and this was equal to this? Is that still hypotenuse angle? What is it? It would be leg angle, wouldn't it? Okay? So this would be leg angle. Now, the old way of doing it, before we knew about the right triangles, the old way of saying it would be what? You got it. Angle, side, angle. Right. So the old way of saying these are congruent is because of angle, side, angle. But now, since this is already a right angle, what can we use? We can use, I think they use leg angle. That's L for leg. Almost looks like my angle symbol, doesn't it? But it's leg, we'll write it down, leg angle. Right there. What if we did this? Instead of writing brand new triangles again, I'm just going to get rid of this. What if I said this? Boom. What's the old way of saying that these triangles would be congruent to each other? This would be angle, angle, side, wouldn't it? But the new way with the right triangles, this still would be, Hadley, you said it, what is it? That's right. Here's another leg angle. This is another one that's leg angle. All right? I know it's kind of weird. It's like, why not just stick with the angle side and the angle side angle and all that stuff? Yeah, you got a point, but that's what they decided to do. And that's your lesson. 2 lessons in one day. Can you believe it? There's some lessons it's taken us 3 days to do in one lesson. We did 2 in one day. It's a miracle. And we went over homework and everything. All right, let me give you some problems to do.
Are we not doing hypotenuse leg?
Did I not put that in there?
It's in the book.
Yeah, why didn't I not put that in my notes? You're absolutely right. I remember hypotenuse leg. Let's do that. My bad. Thanks for looking in the book.
What do you mean good job? What if we have that on like a quiz or something and you just didn't learn it?
No, she was saying like good job, like reminding me.
I think she was being a little sarcastic.
I don't think she was being sarcastic.
She wasn't? Were you being sarcastic? Who said it anyway?
No, she was
Hadley?
saying, like, I meant it.
Oh, she meant it. So she did mean it. Okay, so that's good.
Thank you, Hadley.
Now, remember the one that we said that we cannot have, like the old-fashioned one? Side, angle, right? Because if you said it backwards, you get it. I don't have to say it out loud, do I? Oh, no, don't say it out loud. All right, so, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but, I just, Christian school and all that. All right, so there is no side, angle, but watch this. What if I had this? In this particular situation, when it's a right triangle, are these triangles congruent? There's a side, there's an angle, there's an angle. I thought we couldn't have side, angle, I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. This one right here. This is what I wanted, sorry. Okay? Do you agree with that? So this would be a side-side angle situation, wouldn't it? But when it's a right triangle, though, this technically is, these are congruent triangles. And what would I call it? What do we call this one? That's the hypotenuse. And what do we call this one? That's a leg. So we have hypotenuse leg, right? So that's one of our other ones. So we got leg, leg, hypotenuse angle, leg angle, and hypotenuse leg. Everybody see that? You don't see it?
Why is it not?
This is hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. Okay? And this is a leg because it's not. So hypotenuse leg. All right. I think we're finished now. So here's what I'm going to give you. Yeah, I'll give them to you both. Why do I keep saying section 5? It's 4-5. So we're going to do 4-5 and 4-6 together. It's really not that many problems. So it's page 180, number 1 to 6. And then it's pages, this one just goes over 2 pages. 188, 189, and this is 1 to 14. That's only 20 problems. And a lot of these are pretty easy. You just kind of look at them and say, oh, side angle side, or side side side, right? Or you write a congruence statement, right? This triangle is congruent to this triangle, and they'll ask you the reason why. Why are they congruent? Side side side. Or in the second part, the second section, hypotenuse leg, right? Or hypotenuse angle, or leg leg, or something like that. All right, that's pretty much what they're going to do. Pretty much. They might do a few extra things. Really, it's not that much. I think you can handle that. Don't you? And really, if you want to finish this up tomorrow in class when I'm not here, then that's fine as well. All right? But I am doing 4-7 tomorrow with the video, okay? Because I'm not going to be here. So you'll watch 4-7. That'll be assigned. So you'll actually have, do you want to make these 2 separate ones so you get 5 points for each?
Yeah.
All right, that way, right, if you get 2 5s, that's better than 1 5, right, for your grade. Might help a fraction of a point on your final average, but still, yeah, we'll make them, so we'll do those 2. So make one 4-5, make one 4-6, and then tomorrow you're going to do 4-7, and then on Wednesday, when I come back, you'll turn all 3 of those in on Wednesday.
Wait. So what are we doing tonight?
Tonight, you're doing this, right in front of you. Tomorrow, you're doing 4-7. But if you have time after watching the video in class tomorrow, you can finish this up, because you're not turning this in tomorrow. Okay, everybody understand that? So you're not turning this stuff in tomorrow, you're turning it in on Wednesday. Well, you got 7 minutes. Okay. All right, everybody clear? Clear as mud, right?
So are they both new?
They're, let's make them separate. Okay, let's make them separate. Yeah, do them on 2. Then I can, it's easier for me to grade, put them in there, because if somebody only does half of it, you know, it's just a pain. So anyway, yeah, do them on 2 different papers. And then tomorrow for 4-7, you'll do that on its own paper as well. Everybody good? All right.